All right, joining us now is Michael Marchand from Dell. Is it Dell EMC or now, or just Dell?
It's
still?
Dell Technologies overall,
Okay.
and then the entity that I work in is Dell EMC.
Okay, and you're the Global Director of Customer Loyalty.
Yep.
All right, simple enough. So we continue to hear brands talking about creating alignment between technology and customer loyalty and kind of, balancing what people have come to expect of the brand. And Dell's a pretty storied brand.
Mm-hmm.
How do you balance that?
So I think you start with always understanding what the customer needs and then working backwards. In addition to that, you really have to think through how are you balancing those needs with the relationship you want to build, and it's technology enabler, or is it something that's going to create distance? So we try very hard to balance those things out as the first point of view. The second is, because we're an entrepreneurial company and that's kind of how Michael operates, we love to do pilots. We like to try things out. So we learn as we go. We also can stop things that don't make sense. And that helps with the alignment as well, because we're not going into, at least in my role, I don't go into one of my peers or one of my superiors and tell them, hey, we got to go veer in this direction really fast. We want to move quickly, and we do move quickly, but by piloting, we get to see what the goods and the bads are as we do things.
Okay. And what's the challenge and opportunities in personalization and getting that single view of the customer?
I think the opportunity is pretty immense in terms of our ability to use data, machine learning, other things to tailor experiences to both companies as well as the individuals in companies as well as consumers. I think the tricky part is more psychological, is making sure that this doesn't turn into something that feels like Big Brother, or like you get a little too personal in terms of it feeling like, hey, you're invading my privacy. And I think that varies by role and kind of country and culture. So you try and find out, again, trying things out is good, using personalization is great, but making sure it's truly meaningful for the customer.
Okay. And what are the challenges in listening to the customer? Because, of course, a lot of customers, they'll say they want one thing, but in reality they really want another, or may not even know what they want and just think they know what they want.
Yeah, it's a great question. We believe really strongly in listening to customers. We try really hard to not only hear what they say, but also what's underneath it, to really get into, okay, are there unmet needs? Are there things that they're saying at the surface that are actually deeper problems or issues where we can help work with? I think you have to both listen and guide customers as you do things, but bringing them into the process and really hearing them through and engaging them earlier and earlier, both in how we develop things as well as when they develop things. So it becomes more of a partnership rather than just a transactional experience, is real important to us as a company, and I think also for our customers in terms of that. But I think you have to always have a healthy balance.
So how do you build trust and then maintain that trust with the customer?
So first thing is, I think we start with gratitude to our customers. They choose to work with us. They choose to buy our products. Many of them, especially in the sector I work in, are betting citizens' lives on it or soldiers' lives on it. So understanding the responsibility that we have to those customers and also the opportunity to help them to achieve their desired goals. I think each day is a day of trust. Trust, it's very simple and easy to think you've got it. And we really are very good at avoiding like major oopses with customers. What we've learned though is little errors or little ambers can turn into something that reduces the equity of a customer. And learning how to undo those things with data and really focus in on them so that when we do things more often right than wrong. And then, quite frankly, just simply taking responsibility when there's an issue and working with the customer to help turn it around. One of my favorite things about our consumer business is we actually make more money off of folks who buy more after they've called in care versus those that never call care. And it's because, quite frankly, we have some really good folks working in that business who really want to do right by our consumer. And the same thing translates to our business customers and our government customers.
Terrific. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Michael. Appreciate your time.
Good.
Thanks.